In this video lecture, we will discuss about ranges of fermentation process. So, let's start with it. The ranges of fermentation process. There are 5 major group of commercially important fermentation process that are first one, that is processes that produce microbial enzyme. Second, that is processes that produce microbial metabolites. Third, that is processes that produce microbial cell, or we can say biomass as the product. Fourth, that is processes that produced recombinant product. And the fifth, that is processes that modify substrate, that is transformation process. We will discuss each 5 step in the details. First, we will discuss processes that produced microbial cell, or we can say biomass as the product. Production of microbial biomass that may be divided into 2 major processes. That is first, that is production of microbial biomass for particular product production. Example, that is production of yeast cell for baking industry. And the second, that is production of microbial cells to be used as human or animal feed, that is SCP, that is single cell protein. Yeast are used as a human food in Germany during First World War, and later the microbial biomass production as a feed was balanced by ICI and Rankhovis. They produced fungal biomass for human food. Second one, that is processes that produce microbial enzyme. Enzyme have been produced from animal, plant and microbes. But the use of microbes, out of all those 3 production, the microbial enzyme have various advantages, such as the use of microorganisms for the enzyme production. It has various advantages, that is microbes that can easily grow on the cheap media, microorganisms that are easy to cultivate in a shorter time because the generation time is short. More the number of cells, more the product it will produce. Then we can also see enzymes have been easy to improve the productivity of microbial system than compared to the plants and animal. Enzymes of animal origin that can also be synthesized by the microorganisms. With the help of microorganisms we can synthesize. Enzyme production is easily controlled in microorganism in order to improve the productivity. There are various commercial applications of microbial enzyme, such as enzyme amylase. It has various commercial applications that is used in manufacturing of high maltose syrup in corn syrup industry. Amylase that is used as a digestive aids in pharmaceutical industry. Amylase that is also used for desizing of fibers in textile industry. Then there is a protease enzyme. It is used for manufacturing of protein hydrolysate in dairy industry. For curdling of milk, protease is used. Protease enzyme that is also added in detergent. Protease also used for deherring and baiting of leathers. Protease is used for recovery of silver from spent film in photography. Then there is the enzyme, that is amyloglycosidase. It is used for the production of glucose from corn syrup. Then there is the enzyme name, that is lipase. It is used in detergent. Then glucose oxidase and glucose peroxidase. Glucose oxidase and peroxidase, that is used in various clinical tests in pharmaceutical industry. So there are the various application of enzyme, that is amylase, protease, amyloglycosidase, lipase, glucose oxidase, peroxidase. Then there is a pectinase, various enzyme, it has a various application. Now we will discuss the third point, that is processes that produce microbial metabolites. The growth of microbial culture that can be divided into 4 phases, that are lag phase, then there is a log phase, then after stationary phase, then after there is decline phase. In lag phase, once the inoculation of cells into the fresh medium is done, the bacterial population that remain temporarily unchanged. There will be no division of cell during this phase, but metabolic activity that will be high at this phase. Then after second, that is the log phase. In the log phase, this period is also known as an exponential phase. The growth rate of the cells that will gradually increases at this phase. The cells will grow at a constant maximum rate at this phase. Now, then after there is a stationary phase, in which during this phase the growth will cease. During this phase, number of dividing cells that are equal to the number of dying cells. Then after there is a decline phase, in which this phase the viable cells population decline exponentially during this phase. Based on the various products produced, the phases of bacterial growth can be categorized into 2 phases, that is tropophase and idiophase. First we will see tropophase. Metabolites which are essential for the growth of cells like amino acids, nucleotide, protein, nucleic acids, lipids, carbohydrates, this all are produced during the log phase. All these primary metabolites are produced during log phase, and the product produced during this phase are known as primary metabolites, and the phases in which they are produced are referred to as a tropophase. Primary metabolites are also known as a central metabolites. And there are the various products that are produced during the primary metabolites. For example, ethanol. It is a primary metabolites. It has a various commercially importance. It is used in alcohol beverages production. It is used as a motor car fuel when blended with a petroleum. It is also used in alcohol. Ethanol is also used as a sterilizer in lab. Then citric acid, it is also a primary metabolites that is variously used in food industry. Glutamic acid, it is also a primary metabolites that is used in flavor enhancer. Then there is a lysine or vitamins, that is also a primary metabolites that is used for the food supplement. Then the second phase, that is idiophase. During stationary phase, microorganisms produce certain compounds are known as secondary metabolites. These compounds are not produced during trophophase and may not have obvious function in cell metabolism. The phase in which this compound produced is known as idiophase, that is equivalent to the stationary phase, and mostly certain antibiotics, various antibiotics that are produced during secondary metabolites. And we can also say that secondary metabolite is also known as a special metabolisms that give special characteristic to the cell. So processes that produce the microbial metabolites, in that two things that we have to study, that is the most important thing, that is trophophase and the idiophase. Trophophase, that is a log phase, whereas the various metabolites, primary metabolites is being produced by microorganism. It has various commercial application. Whereas stationary phase, that is referred to as a idiophase, where in that various antibiotics such as different antibiotics that is produced by microorganism at this phase. Now the fourth one, processes that produced recombinant product. Recombinant product, in that we have to study about the recombinant things. Recombinant DNA molecules are known as a chimeric DNA, as they consisting gene of two different species, as they consist of DNA of two different species. For examples, plants and human DNA can be combined with bacterial DNA, or we can say human DNA may join with fungal DNA. Recombinant DNA technology widely used in agriculture, research, medicine and biotechnology. There are the example of product that are produced by genetically engineered organism, that is human growth hormone, biosynthetic human insulin, it is a recombinant product insulin, envelope protein of hepatitis B virus, then blood clotting factor 3, interferons, insulin like growth factor 1, this all are the recombinant product. Processes that modify substrates, or we can say modification of compound or biotransformation process. In that, microbial cells are used to convert a compound into a structurally related and financially more valuable. This can be either done by addition or removal or modification of functional group at specific site on a complex molecules without chemical protection. Microorganisms have a high positional specific than the chemical process. Use of microorganisms than the chemical process is more advantageous because microorganism that's required very low temperature and pressure, there will be the no risk, whereas chemical that required high temperature and high pressure, ultimately it is risk for the operationals and many pollutions will be caused by this. The best studied well-known example for the microbial or biotransformation process is the conversion of ethanol to acetic acid, and other that is a steroid. The various processes carried out by microorganisms such as dehydrogenase, oxidase, hydroxylations, dehydration, there are the various enzymes that is used for the conversion of the some, or we can say that there is a modification of compound into structurally related some other compound. If I talk about the steroids, that is not easily soluble in a water, but it is soluble in the solvent. So there are the 5 ranges that we have discussed in this video lectures of the fermentation processes. First, we have discussed those that produce the microbial cells or a biomass as the product. It also has a various applications. It has a various uses. And the second that we have discussed, those that produce the microbial enzyme. In that we have seen the various application of various enzymes. The third that we have seen, those that produce the microbial metabolites. Metabolites has also various application. In that we have seen log phase, in that primary metabolites that are produced, that is also known as a trophophase. Then we have seen the stationary phase, it is also known as an idiophase. Then we have seen those that produce the recombinant product. Recombinant product can also be produced with the help of microorganisms. We have seen the various example of recombinant product such as insulin and others. It is also a recombinant product. Then we have seen the modification of compound which is added to the fermenter, that is a transformation process. It is also has a various application in the industry. So